Welcome to episode 544 of Fourth and Jawn. I'm Gail Saunders here with Mr. Prime, aka Luciano, and the Tims, Tim Armstrong and Tim Kincaid in the building. Tonight we're talking about some Eagles news and notes and some combine talk. I mean, I've got enough texts about Sadiq from Oregon. I know if Mark Bird, you're out there, I know your ears must be ringing because you've been talking about him for almost 2 years. Had a great combine, but we're gonna, obviously the news and the rumors part of this podcast could be attributed to guys by the name of AJ Brown. I don't know. Dallas Goedert. I don't know if you've seen some of the news out there. We're gonna start with some of the Eagles news off the top of the head. I think we all collectively as a fan base are tired of the trade talk with AJ Brown, and it's been over it's about a couple months now. But when Adam Schefter speaks into the mic, you have to listen. And today he mentioned that the Eagles are not shopping him, but they're listening, and it's going to take a whole lot to get him. So I don't know what you want to take from that. There's also rumors that AJ Brown's camp is doing their recon mission. So we're going to get into that, but I want to check in with you, Prime. How are you doing today? Are you excited about all the juicy rumors and combine talk?
Nah, I mean, I'm feeling good. First of all, I'm good, feeling great about the day. It's been a crazy day, but at work, but you know, what I mean, it was pretty good. But getting into this, yeah, I'm tired. I know you guys are tired. It's just like ongoing. It's just like 1 minute it just goes silence, and then the next minute something, comes out of the woodworks like this. So, at this point, I think one of the comments that I made to one of my employees today was that I'm pretty much prepared for whatever way it goes, whether if it happens, if it doesn't happen. That's where I'm at right now. So it's just like a matter of time of when it's actually going, what's actually going to go ahead and take place. Mentally, I'm prepared that if he gets traded, he gets traded, and if he stays, let's get going. I mean, let's roll the ball with him being a part of this team, and a new offensive coordinator. And then of course, honestly, the Dallas Goedert news is a little bit surprise to me. And I know it's been put out there that he's not going to go ahead and return. That one is not sitting well with me. I'm gonna be honest with you.
But sidebar, it's also Matthew Berry. I mean, I'm not saying he's not
exactly. Incredible. No, I know where you're going with it. You're right. It's definitely not a sealed deal when it comes to no disrespect to Matthew Berry, but it is what it is. But also the other thing is like I'm just finally getting at peace with the prior rumors that we were dealing with, just last week with Reed and Dean. It's just like, okay, I'm letting that sit in, and now I got to go ahead and work on letting these new rumors sit in. So we'll see how things go.
Say you, Mr. Kincaid.
I'm going to crack one open, boys. Go ahead and get yourself a recovery. 180, because you're going to need it. Because I'm a little perplexed with this whole rumor with AJ Brown and what's going on, and either he stays or goes. The Dallas Goedert thing, I'm with Primo on that one. I'm a little uneasy about it because he had a great year last year. Maybe it was because of the, we had Bowling Green's coaching, the coach with the tight end and everything going on, but in the red zone, he did a great job. He's getting touchdowns. So it's a little uneasy. I don't know, man. I guess we got to wait until what is it, March 11th when everything starts and everything's, flying bullets is ready to go by.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll say you, Mr. Armstrong. Where you at?
I'm at the Ivan Drago stage. If he dies, he dies. He lives, he lives. But at the same point, there is certain names that when they speak or tweet something out, you do tend to perk up and pay attention to it. Adam Schefter being one of those names. When I saw that pop up as a headline on Twitter and it showed that he was on the McAfee show, and I jumped right on it and was like, what'd he say? I'm not shocked at what he said. I just hope it puts a little bit of more people's minds into perspective that it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot. So let's just pump the brakes on that. The Goddard thing is unfortunate because in Prime's point, best season he's had with us, stayed on the field. He was a monster. If he wanted to build himself up for a prove-it deal or to get a big payday for a short, he, in my opinion, earned that last year. You know what I mean? He broke the Eagles season for touchdowns for a tight end. I mean, he did his thing. He balled out, and you can't take that with a grain of salt. So, would it be unfortunate to see him leave? 100%. Was I expecting it? No, because I heard more comments of he wants to stay. This is home, but that is Matthew Barrett. So take that as it is, and then we'll do our thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think Matthew Berry, obviously, he's also a Roto-World alum. He used to work at Roto-World before I got there, so I know he's locked in with NBC Sports, but it's just very odd for him to be reporting that. So I'm kind of a wait and see on that one. I think with the 20 plus tight ends at the combine, I think that shows you the depth of how many tight ends are going to be out there and available. I do think piecing it up with a veteran and multiple tight ends. I've been on record now saying bring in multiple rookie tight ends because right now our cupboard is a little scarce. If we were what do you call those people that stock up on stuff?
Hoarders.
We'd have like 4 of them in the cupboard, but we ain't got nothing. Doomsday preppers.
So let's just say,
there you go.
Let's just say this does go down. You know what I mean? Is it safe to say that they are targeting a tight end in this draft? They are looking in the first couple rounds for, the replacement? For sure.
Not in the first round, though.
I mean, that's the talk that. I mean, that's the talk about Sadiq. A lot of Eagles fans talk about Sadiq being. I think we have bigger fish to fry. We already went over. The last time Eagles drafted the tight end in the first round was Keith Jackson for Young Bucks, younger than Evan, and you're like, who? It's been a long time. I'm not to say Sadiq didn't blow out the combine because it did, but it's just we have bigger fish to fry in the trenches.
Can we say top 10?
I mean, but last year we were saying the same thing about other positions, and then Jahad Campbell fell to us at that late in the draft. So at this point, Howie Roseman has said he switched up his ideology as far as drafting to go with the best player they have on their board at that time, regardless of dire need and where it is. So if to Kincaid's point, I don't think Sadiq's making it that far. I don't think so at all. But if for any reason something goofy happens where you only have to move up a couple spots to grab him, I'm not opposed to that.
I feel like Sadiq is definitely a game changer at the tight end position. He's going to bring a lot of. This is explosive. This is an explosive player that we're talking about for him, Sadiq. And the reason why with Jahad Campbell, the pick that we got with him last year is because he fell in our laps. And I will say this though, my hats off to Howie Roseman and the team. They've done a great job in the last 3 or 4 drafts in the past. You know what I'm saying? I think we can all agree to that. Because when you're drafting players, you're trying to hit the home run at least 3. If you're lucky, maybe 4. And they hit that on the last 3 or 4 drafts. That's it.
Shout out to Nina. She says, "Hey guys, these rumors are making me more grayer than my goatee." But again, like the whole. I know a lot of people think, me included, I think Howie's a smart guy. I think he's the guy that sets the bait. He's the guy that throws it out there. He's like, I'm not really fishing, but I'm leaving the bait. So if it was you, what would be this trade where it would blow your socks off that you would make this deal? Like where you would be like, all right, because you know you're
We're
going to
talking
take
about
the
we're talking about AJ here.
Yeah, AJ now. Because that's what Schefter's talking about. A trade is going to have to blow their socks off. Like what would that cost? Would you talking a one in a player?
First
one
words
and
that came out of my mouth. I'll let you go, Prime. But Gail called me earlier just to say what's up, and I was first words of my mouth is this is what I would give. So I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say.
I mean, I was jokingly saying this like last week or maybe a couple weeks ago. Like, if it's gonna happen and everybody keeps on talking about New England, like, okay, give me a first. Again, jokingly, give me a first. Give me back Milton Williams. Give me throw a Tay Diggs in there or keep Tay Diggs, whatever. You know what I mean? Let's go. I'm just saying.
Yo, you're an unreasonable GM.
You got me with that one.
He said, "Give me Mill Williams and Diggs in the first round."
You want AJ? Well, you know what I mean? All Howie's going. It's like Gail just said. You know what I mean? Howie's just there, keeps dipping it in the water. Who gonna go ahead and bite? You gonna get somebody.
I can't top that. But if it's Buffalo, I mean, I've seen some crazy stuff on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. It's some crazy stuff. So, being an Eagles fan is not for the weak. Most definitely agree. I'm getting a first round pick and I'm going to get a player. Or if it depends, like, hey, the Raiders jump in, give me Cosby. Give me Cosby. Straight up. Let's go.
Straight up for AJ?
Hell yeah. That's Cosby? Yes. Straight up.
I mean, the thing is, we're going to have to be eating money here. And it's and it's not impossible. It's just you don't want to set yourself up for failure. And you got a new offensive coordinator. If you want the guy to succeed, leave him some in the cupboards. If you want a chef to cook, you have to leave him some food, right?
That's
I mean, if you want him to succeed, I think it's imperative that we do keep AJ Brown. And again, we're not the local radio around here just trying to make up some rumors. We're just talking about the talking points. And Adam Schefter talking about he included Max Crosby in this. He said McAfee said, what are some of the talking points coming out of Indianapolis right now? Because at the combine, a lot of people talk, and he just basically said AJ Brown, Max Crosby, both their teams are not trying to trade them, but they are listening to offers.
I mean, I saw at the trade deadline last year, a DB from New York went for 2 first-round picks. I don't think it's unrealistic. I don't think if a team is looking for AJ Brown, they feel they're that one piece away. They feel that if they add AJ, I don't think they're going to give up players. I'm not saying I think 2 first-round picks, and I think some money off of that cap. If there's a team that legitimately thinks we're an AJ Brown away of Bills, to Kincaid's point, that's like.
So you're saying there's a chance that I could get a triple cheesburger out of this
with the egg on it?
Because I mean, I'm listening. It sounds like I could get. It sounds like I could get a triple cheeseburger out of it, and a little bit of extra pickles on that piece.
And an egg, no egg, bro.
No,
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. You done with eggs on the burger now?
No, I'm definitely not done with eggs on the burger. You done changed my life. Don't worry about that, bro. You good.
I don't know if your ears were ringing yesterday, but I was talking to Lowski, resident DJ for 4th and Jawn, about we were talking about Prime's palate and his menu options. We talked about Prime and his egg on a cheeseburger. And here we are today. Okay.
Prime eats food like a kid. Cheeseburger. That's it.
Cheeseburger. But other news out there, obviously, if you want that old thing back, there was news about Zach Ertz want him potentially back in. We know that he tore his ACL in November, so he's been gone till November. Gone since November. In my Wyclef voice for the real ones that know. It would be a great feel good story. I do think the way that we're monetarily set up, the bank account is not looking official at this point. I think obviously still early, how we can move some money around. That's not a big concern. Does anyone talk about Zach Ertz before we I move on in a little bit direction? Zach Ertz?
I'm for Zach Ertz read.
I mean, I will say it's impressive. If you saw the workouts, if you call the video, the fact that he's that far removed and he's not a spring chicken, you know what I mean? I'm not saying he's old in any way, shape, or form, but he's not young. And for him to bounce back, he's doing some physical stuff after that ACL damage.
Yeah. I will say
also
this.
Go ahead, Tim.
With the Zach Ertz thing, I think I would be open to it, but what he said when he's playing for the Commanders, I'll never forget that.
Tell him what he said.
It can't even come out of my mouth. It can't. Matter of fact, you can do it.
Hold up. Now we're about to get into a sensitive subject. If you holding that against Zach Ertz, all right, then how am I wrong for holding what I'm holding against McNabb?
He's dead to me. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead.
Okay. Well, then you know why McNabb dead to me.
I know. And I'm just saying, everybody has their own opinion. Sometimes your feelings get hurt, and sometimes the people don't know that. But I was a big Zach Ertz fan. Oh yeah,
I was, bro. I was on McNabb. You know what I mean? McNabb was my guy.
Hey, but you were also, Prom, you're also another fan of someone else.
Congratulations on your wedding, Lucky.
Just saying.
Yeah.
So it's a 2-for-1. If you're gonna play a bargain tight end veteran, you also get Julie Ertz back.
Well, my thing is this though: what type of contract is he looking for? How much money is he wanting? Is he looking for a one and done? Or
I think it's a 1 year deal. Honestly, the guy just wants to keep on playing. He knows it's coming. It's coming to the end. But come on, man, let's just all agree the man still shines. He still does his thing. You know what I mean? And if cheap,
for him to come back.
I apologize for him.
Last year he signed his 1 year deal with Washington for 1 year for $6 million with incentives. So that was his 1 year deal with $6 million. Last season.
So 1 year, 1-4?
Off an ACL like that? I don't see that as absurd.
It's a little late in the game, dog.
That's what he's going to be looking for. He's going to be looking to get the bag.
Do you think after coming off of an injury, he's still going to go ahead and look for something like that?
And all he got to do is say, "Look at my resume."
No problem. I'm just asking. Like I'm just saying. I'm just
saying. As a player, you're going to be like, "I'm going to get the most money I want to get out of it," right? You know he's going to ask for 3 or 4. You know he's going to ask for 3 or 4.
I think it's going to be a slate type deal where it's guaranteed. As long as the number's decent, as long as it's fully guaranteed, I think he'll be on board.
Yeah.
Also to bring up Cozy's comment, he says trading AJ and signing Mike Evans, not signing Goddard and signing back Ertz. Yeah, man, let's get older. The other rumor that was Matthew Berry put out there that the Eagles would be mentioned. I know. I mean, you guys were super hype a couple weeks ago when I talked about Mike Evans, but that was just in jest. But
that was when you had AJ. That was adding to what we had.
I mean, if
Matthew Berry put a log on the fire.
Let me hear what you about to say. Go ahead, Kincaid. What you about to say?
I think if AJ's not here, I think Mike Evans fills in that role.
But he's still here.
Can we not agree?
I'm good. I'm good. The veteran leadership. You're not going to get any boos. I'm going to be crying every time on the damn.
I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I do remember we still have a Reaper. We still got a Slim Reaper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
now
he's silencer. Like
now, here's a move right here. Shout out to Cozy. He's trade for Mayer and draft a tight end in the top 3 picks. That's not complicated. This is if you're looking for a guy. I mean, the other thing about Mayer is he had an off the field issue that the Raiders kind of let, they didn't really talk to, it was due to mental. So wondering where they're at with him. Obviously, he got put to the back burner with Brock Bowers being there. So Mayer, you're looking for a new life up here in Philly. The cheesesteaks are banging. I don't know about the weather, but if you want a fantastic fan base and winning football, fantastic. I'm excited about that. I think we can incorporate combine talk as we go along with the news talk. Could we do that?
Why not?
We could do that. Tight end Sam Rouse from Stanford had a breakout combine performance. A lot of people were interviewing him at the Senior Bowl. I don't know, maybe this guy. But this is the way. I'm kind of bring this back to Prime's answer about like why tight end not in the first, when a lot of my targets are now moving closer to day 3 and day 2 if you're going for a tight end. I think going tight end too early when you don't have to. There's other tight ends out there. You can mix. You could do this. You could bring in Mayer and draft a tight end, and I'd take another tight end later. But I think that's the feel I'm going with. But what's that?
You double dipping.
Double dipping? Why not?
Yeah, he wants a 13 personnel. He wants a 13 personnel ready to go.
That, and then I think he also wants to go heavy at the O line too.
Mark Bird off the top rope. He said, "Can Ertz block now?"
He's never been a blocker.
No.
But the thing is, I hate to say it, there's only a handful out of this draft class.
Yeah,
the draft class is coming forward. It is not. You're not getting many George Kittles anymore. It's not happening.
Right. I think we've been surviving long enough without actual tight end blockers. So.
Right.
Oh man.
Tight end though, I think I would probably have to go with Eli Stowers from Vanderbilt. I like him. 6'4", can't block though. I talked to Gail about him earlier. Gail said,
"Yeah." I mean, I'm saying like there's. I'm trying to get a sound tight end. They could do a little bit of everything. Huh?
They're not built like that.
So how about this scenario, Gail? What do we hold? 23rd, right? 23rd pick.
Mm-hmm.
So we keep our pick. We trade AJ for a first round pick.
I'm not trading.
Oh, I hear you. Look. I'm not. Hear me out, because this is gonna be the last time. I swear to God, you have my word. This is gonna be the last time I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this, because I'm really getting tired of it. But I feel like every time we get more and more deeper into these conversations that just keep on rising, out of the woodworks, it's going to eventually happen. So I hate to say it. That's the way I've been seeing it. I've been seeing it like that. We keep on speaking it into existence. Not us, but it keeps on getting spoken into existence. It's going to happen. And right now, I'm at the point where it's going to happen. Straight up, it's going to happen. We could just stop talking about it. I feel like AJ is not going to be a Philadelphia Eagle by the time this goddamn season starts. Hate to be the burden of bad news, man. All right, so I'm going to go back to saying what I was saying. If we trade AJ, right, and we got the number 23rd pick, and we were to trade for one of those picks up on the top, will we be able to still fulfill what you want, which is that offensive lineman, and maybe sneak a tight end, first round pick?
I mean, you could potentially, but I think if you look at our struggles last year and you look at where we probably lost our way, is depth at the offensive line and depth at the defensive line position. I mean, we had to go out and get Phillips and trade for Phillips. I think our depth is very key. You look at the Seattle Seahawks and you look how they won with a front and rotation. I think that's where we need to get back. The fact that we signed an edge today, Graham, not BG. But we don't have that many edges on the roster right now. I think we have Jose Ramirez, not the pitcher, but the player. So our edge guys, I think that's you could look at a potential edge. But again, with the amount of tight ends that are around there, I'm thinking move back. You could also move back too, guys. Recoup some picks, or if you're trying to. To me, protection is sexy. Okay, protection is sexy. Like it's not like everyone's give me the sexy, positional player. I think a lot of people are also talking about with AJ Brown still drafting a potential wide receiver. I could do that later.
Yeah, later. I mean, I'm definitely with you. I mean, I don't know what wide receiver anybody could honestly be thinking about so early in the round, but I'm all about protection. But because I hear you. I mean, I hear it in your voice that you're not even confident about Lane Johnson either. I agree with you, bro. You know what I mean? You don't have to say it. I could just hear it in your voice.
Talking about me?
I'm definitely talking about you.
We got owls.
Because you want to listen, don't worry about it. Your secret is safe with me, bro. Like I'm just saying, I am totally all in.
This speaks to right guard, future right tackle, or right tackle with guard versatility. I'm taking either because if we need a guy to move in, then you can't like offensive line needs to happen. Okay,
for sure.
I have a question.
With the lack of confidence that you got, I got it.
Who are you replacing? Because it sounds like you're a Tyler Steen guy. That's your man, 50 grand. You're not going to replace Landon because Landon is not going anywhere. He got paid.
I'm not a Tyler Steen guy. I'm keeping around for depth if that's the case. You're looking at Jurgens and Dickerson who were banged up, and Dickerson just talked about he was on the verge of retirement. So you have to like shore up the identity of this offensive line moving forward. If Cam's out in Colombia getting stem cell and a BBL, and we got Dickerson on the verge of retirement, Steen on a $4 million contract for one more year, and Lane Johnson on the verge of retirement, maybe one more year. This is why offensive line and protection is sexy.
Yeah,
I will hold up that at the newly named not NovaCare Center anymore. I'll hold up that sign. Protection is sexy. Okay. Don't play around.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, but I'm just saying it sounds like you're a Tyler Steen guy because you said a lot of things last podcast when we talked about Steen. I said I thought Steen. I feel like he played good for what he was handed. You know what I'm saying? The offensive line was terrible. Period. At every position, and I think it was due to. I think we all know it was all injuries, but the person that we need to look at, and I hate to say it, is our big jerky. That's Jurgens. He needs to be looked at. And what's crazy, he was a Pro Bowl. That's the craziest part. So it's kind of like, okay, who are we looking at? We looking to replace Lane? Yes, we are. We're looking to replace Lane, but we're looking at. You're saying depth, though, right?
I'm talking about maybe an immediate impact at right guard. This is also you saw Jurgens play next to Jason Kelsey, and they talk about communication, how important communication is to learn the position, how important that would be to have a right tackle next to Lane Johnson, learn the communication, learn the league next to a Hall of Famer. This is important. Also, potentially with Dickerson and where he's at, you can potentially play left guard, right guard, versatility. I'm cool with that. I mean, it's not drafting a guard or a potential development piece is not it's not really sexy. It's not,
In the
unless you
first
ask me.
Understood. But being being in the first round at the 23rd pick, and I'm gonna give you a scenario. So you're either gonna have the top left right tackle or left tackle, either or guard or corner. Who are you going after?
Say that again.
If I so you're GM, you're the GM of the Philadelphia Eagles, and you have the best right guard, left tackle, or right tackle, corner number 2 that can come in and play right away. Which one is the most critical pick for you that's going to flip this thing around?
It's a loaded question, my guy. But I do think.
Come on now, that's what we're here for.
I'm taking a lineman, dog. Taking a lineman, dog. I mean,
you're gonna take the tackle.
But my thing is, well, a guy with tackle guard versatility.
Okay.
If I can. If I'm looking for a guard, just a guard, like maybe top of the second, we go up in the second, get the best available for that.
Right.
But the track record for drafting tackles later than the first round, it's not sexy. As you get later in the draft,
what's later though?
Past the first.
Wow, don't really leave us much for house. So
you're
saying you got to get. So you're saying you got to get him in the first, or it's just a no go?
I mean, it's a good track record when you get him in the first.
Okay.
I don't know that. I think it's kind of a hit or miss because a couple of years ago we got Miles Sanders and what was the other bull name?
Dillard.
I mean,
Andre.
Primo, you made a mask for him.
Yeah, he just said it, Dillard.
Okay, and that didn't work out.
No,
you got paid, but it did not work.
Thanks for reminding me.
I'm just saying. I feel like Salomalo, he worked out great. Big V, he worked out great. Those are guys that we drafted in the 5th round, 4th round, and those guys have played out well. So it's all about, and I feel like we don't have Stalin on. So I don't know how things are going to work. Things are going to be different this year. Now
so I got to ask, Gail, realistically, you guys do your homework on this when it comes to this part of the season, the draft and everything. There's nobody out there you don't feel confident in this draft class to get at a later round for the position that you're definitely looking for.
I mean,
100% do.
What were you saying, Gunner?
No, I 100% do. But that's like 3rd round on. Like, there's guys to pretty much to your point. There's guys that if they're there at 23, it's because they fell back because maybe there was a push on another position. But there's guys that teams might take early in the second that you don't want to reach for. Like, it might be kind of a reach, but they're those guys in the 3rd round and on who you can see as anchor pieces. They might not be as shiny as the pennies in the first 15 picks, but they definitely have the skill, size. They might just have to learn the system. Like, there is not that much missing in depth on the trenches this year when it comes in the 3rd and 4th round. Like, you can definitely get somebody, but to Gail's point, is he going to be ready to get plugged in day one if needed? Those 3rd round guys might not be, in my opinion.
You're talking about like a guy like Caden Proctor from Alabama. He's a guy that's been getting the consensus ranking. He's around 22 in the draft. It's close to where we draft at 23. Max Hanachor, I might be butchering his name, from Arizona State. He's a guy that I thought would be developmental. He also had a really good
he shot
combine. But there was also another guy, Blake Miller, out of Clemson. We also talk about like the RAS score, which is the relative athletic score. Blake Miller got a 9.94. Your boy Caden Proctor got a 9.28 in there. Elite size. He had a vertical of a 32.5, broad is at 9.31. So I think Caden Proctor, the Eagles look at the RAS scores. That's something they look at. in the past. Who else had a good? I mean, Hanachor at the Senior Bowl, everybody was like, "Oh, this might be the good developmental piece." He got a 9.91 RAS score. Not the best size, he got good size, but I think he's a guy that is a guy that they might want to develop on the back end, but I'm not sure drafting him in the first. Maybe I would love to have him at the top of the bottom of the first, not where we're at. If you want to move
But
back,
I mean, to that point, that brings up guys, because if these guys are getting pulled down to that late in the draft, there could be some other guys that are sitting there with names that, like Messidor, he could be sitting there based off of what they do. Like we could have a prime edge sitting right in front of us at 23. If there's like, hey, we're going to go on a run of these X players, where all of a sudden you see a lot of linemen flying off, and we know it's not the deepest QB draft, so people could be making some moves to shift back. People could be doing a lot of stuff, but there definitely are some names that it's the worst thing to say is in the first round, I think we take the best available at 23. I don't think we move unless nobody's there. I think we've all touched on the things we think we need, which is corner, edge, lineman, like no particular order. There is the possibility of hitting on any of those three at 23 without moving.
Cozy says, move Jurgens back to guard, start Willie Beeman, aka Willie Lampkins at center, the 5'10 athletic freak. Still on the roster. Random Anton says no stout to work on a project players in the later rounds. Big pudding.
I mean, and we still have some guys sitting here that have been in the system. Like, who's to say Drew Kendall goal wasn't to put on an extra few pounds? And they come in and they have him as somebody they're looking to slide interior. You know what I mean? There's still some guys we have on the roster who we aren't 100% sure on. And I like Jay Dunker. I like him, but I don't see him being – do you see him getting past the second round? Anybody?
I don't think he's not getting past the second round. I don't think so. But I think that's why, these are the kind of guys we ask questions at the Senior Bowl. Check out Tim Armstrong's interview with Jennings Dunker. It's fantastic. It's on YouTube. Check it out. Cozy says Drew Kendall at center, Jurgens back at guard. How's Hinton doing that tackle? Drew Kendall, I mean, he's a developmental player. Still on the roster for a day 3 guy to be there. We know a couple of our day 3 guy linemen got sent packing. Michigan offensive guard. Everyone liked him. He had the lines on the side of his head. Can't think of his name right now. Got himself a Super Bowl ring, though. I can't think of his name.
Oh,
For us?
my God.
Yeah.
He didn't make the team. I can't think of his name right now. He had the Eagles jersey when he got drafted. He had the Deshaun Jackson jersey on.
It's not Kerrigan, is it?
Kerrigan.
Yeah, right.
Is it Kerrigan?
Is it Kerrigan?
A good question. We'll get back to that. Other news and notes around. Let's see. The Eagles got a new QB coach. Johnson out of he was actually a quarterback for the Eagles back in the day. Gerard Johnson, anyone familiar? He was a former Texans QB coach, but he was also recently hired. That's interesting. I'm wondering.
Did he come
that was
Trevor Keegan was his name.
Trevor Keegan.
Yes, Trevor Keegan. Jawn Johnson. I wonder if that was a collective. If Jalen Hurts was in on that one. You think?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe Jalen has the deal.
I mean, shit. I hope to God that they let him have some say in that shit. With so many different coordinators, it's about time that we go ahead and accommodate to what he needs or what he wants.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Cozy says Slay took half the season off. Should we bring him back? See what he's got left in the tank. Marshawn Lattimore also released today by the Washington.
I'm good. Never been a fan.
Injury prone, right?
Hamstring. Made out of licorice.
I mean, you'll get a solid play out of the man, but every time we played against him, he definitely got dogged. So I'm good.
Them hamstrings made out of licorice, B. Nah, I'm good.
Black
Carmen with the elbow off the top rope. He said, "Need some competition for Elliott."
I agree. Evan's not on here, so I can say that.
Oh, stop.
Did you see the video that come from the combine?
I saw the video.
The kickers,
I did
icing the kickers, giving a little play, messing with the kickers. They're watching. They're watching.
We will see. Other news. I mean, I think in terms of the combine, you'll see like flashy 40 times. It's exciting stuff. Gets the people going. It's edgy stuff. Gets the people going. Were you excited by any of these fast 40 times out there?
Yes.
Yeah?
And then, yes. And I was very, very impressed by, I'm going to name these DBs off, and then you give me a thumbs up and give me a thumbs down, guys. So we got Clayton Hood from Tennessee, 6 foot, thumbs down. Okay. Chris
Clayton
Johnson.
Or Colton?
Colton, I'm sorry.
Colton Hood, I'm sorry.
That
was the guy
Johnson.
I was talking about body language at the Senior Bowl. I didn't like it.
Didn't like it? Okay. Chris Johnson, DB, 6 foot out of San Diego State. Okay. We got Dalen Everett, 6'1", Georgia boy. What am I getting? Okay. Okay. Fun fact. Big bro is Keely Ringo. So I know. Okay. You see pretty much his face went like, oh, what you mean?
Is there breaking news?
No. So that's Big Bro. That's who he leans on the most. He talks to him, and then they're like, we're good friends. Then we got I might butcher his name. It's Cartico Davis, 6'3", DB from Washington. For a while, that was DBU in Washington. So 6'3". And then we'll go into safeties on the next one if you want to. I'm just going into corner.
So what are you saying about these corners here?
These are the corners that I'm looking at.
Okay. All right.
Stock up.
I know Chris Johnson, San Diego State, and everyone's not gonna like the competition he was facing, but I think he didn't like wow at the Senior Bowl. I thought he did perform well at the combine. A lot of people mentioned his technique and such. I think Igbenogson from Ohio State, another long grabby corner. I think second round ish. He's a guy that could be interesting. If you're looking at 40 times and you're wowed by that, 4.38 Dalen Everett. But I'm wondering if he's a third round, bottom of the second type of guy.
They said he moved up.
I know Colton Hood, 4.44. He's a guy that's been getting top of the second, even in first round mocks. So I think that'll be interesting. The guy that everyone's talking about teaming him up with the Eagles, he's been in mocks. AJ Terrell's brother, Avron Terrell. Anyone excites you guys? Any of those? I mean, does the idea of drafting a corner excite you guys in the first 2 picks? Are you guys like all over that, or veteran cornerback bringing in a potential Slay reunion or something like that? Are you more hit the draft or veteran at CB2?
I'm more towards the veteran at CB2. I mean, I'm still happy with my boys. I think we're good in that perspective, but yeah, veteran at CB2 would probably be, to me, I think that's where I'm at with it. I'm not saying a Slay reunion, but veteran.
Anyone?
I say you revamp this whole thing. I'm tired of putting the Band-Aid at that number two spot. I'm tired. We've been doing this for the for the longest. It worked with Slay, but Slay wasn't technically a bandit. He was traded for a 3rd round pick, I believe, back in, was it like 2020 or something like that, 21 or something. But the whole signing a veteran thing, I wouldn't do it. I would go get one in the draft. We already got some young bulls in there. Let's get this thing going. I would probably go sign a veteran just for leadership purposes, but not to be like, oh, he's gonna be our number 2.
Now, the safety that Frank was talking about, he's talking about the safety at Tulane. You mean Toledo? I'm thinking that he's meaning safety from Toledo.
I think he means Toledo.
I'm texting now. Dumbass, what are you really talking about?
Emmanuel McNeil Warren is probably the safety he's talking about. I think he's the guy that the Eagles could show interest in. I think if they're trying to team up Quignon's former teammate. I think someone mentioned it. I think it was Mark. He was talking about the safety from Oregon. What did you guys think of his performance?
Shocked the shit out of him. Oh, shocked me with the speed. I didn't see that coming.
Dylan Thieneman.
Kid was moving.
I like Jalen Kilgore from South Carolina.
I think Dylan Thieneman rocking a 4.35. I think he's the guy that, he might have made himself some money. Obviously, people in the chat talking about, obviously 40 times isn't like you could talk about guys that are the top 10, 40 of all time. Fabian Washington. You guys know him?
Who?
Actually interviewed those guys back in the day. But Lorenzo Styles, a brother of Sonny Styles out of Ohio State, 4.27. That makes some headlines. But I do think Bud Clark, the safety out of TCU, had a 4.4. I think the safeties were moving. You talk about I don't want to bring this up, but Reed Blankenship drafting a safety, bringing back Reed Blankenship. Where are you guys leaning towards?
I already see when I put in the chat. I said you already see when I put in the chat. Reed's
private Reed with this safety class and what they're doing, looking like where you might be able to hit. I mean, we have Makuba. He'll be coming back year 2 healthy. It's, I think, writing's on the wall. Unless he shocks somebody and wants to take a friendly deal.
I mean, look at the chart here. We got Sidney Brown, Makuba, and Andre Sam. I'm gonna cough laughing. It's a tough scene right here. I actually do think the Eagles could hit the safety market.
Yeah, because this is a position. This is a position we're struggling at, especially with the fact that Reed is going to probably be gone. Because I don't see Sidney Brown.
You don't want Sidney Brown? You don't want Sidney Brown to start?
Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. And then Makuba, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's healthy, he's back and everything, but I still think just another piece to that puzzle needs to be, you know what I mean, combined with him to go ahead and have that thing a little bit solidified.
But this is where everybody last year was giving Gale a hard time. If we lose Reed, it's going to be similar to losing a consistent return guy. Like I don't think people realize how much Reed controls the back half of that offense. And when you have a reliable player back there, for the most part, he's gone, and you have to bring somebody in. You see some Sidney Brown plays, and we don't need that.
I hear you, bro. Don't get me wrong. I'm definitely could see what I see the value that I know the value to what Reed is to this team. But you know what I mean, this is a business decision that's going to end up being made regardless of what we see and what we don't see. And that's the part that sucks. You know what I mean? I'm all for Reed coming back. I want Reed back, but this is another situation where we're going to have to face reality, and it sucks. Trust me, this conversation's been ongoing, and it's just a conversation I just can't stand having, especially with the fact of the rumor of where he might end up going.
Cowboys?
Don't say
Is that the rumor? Who is that? The rumor? Or is
that
this
is
us?
that is the rumor, and then of course, you know, what I mean, you got these guys that quick to snatch on the bait and got to be in my ear every day. Oh, how you feel about this one being with us now and this and that? Yeah.
Hey, but don't you think it's funny when they wear green, they're terrible. When then they put that white and blue on.
Oh yeah. They're the shit. They're the shit.
You mean your brother and your
my brother, my neighbor, my coworker? Yeah, they're tag teaming up on me.
I forgot you said. I forgot you surrounded by haters.
I mean, the one thing I'm going to say about the Cowboys is I saw something before we got on. Apparently, they're redoing a lot of contracts. From the reports, and it was from Schefter, they cleared up close to $68 million in cap space by restructuring deals. So they've got something in mind. They cleared up a lot of space. That's a rival, so I got to be on top of what they're doing.
There's nothing wrong with that, Tim. I'm with you. My bad, yeah.
No, I was gonna say talking about some of the wide receivers that had a standout performance. Not that he's related to Prime or Luciano Concepcion, but Texas A&M wide receiver KC Concepcion had a pretty good combine. If you're talking about a slasher, return guy, yak master, I think he's a guy that I'm not drafting the top of the first, but if he falls a little bit, that could be interesting. I'm not saying that I'm trading AJ Brown, but that's the news is out there. Omar Cooper Jr. from Indiana. His catch, who was against Penn State, ridiculous. I think he's a guy that made himself some money. I'm not falling for. Let me rewind that. Someone who might have fallen a little bit in the draft. Malachi Fields from Notre Dame. He's a guy that I was not hyping up, but he had a great Senior Bowl. And I'm not taking away from his game. It's just when you run a 4.61, it's not a solid. It's not like he's just going to be a field stretcher at the next level, but he's going to be an interesting piece. I think he's probably now bottom of the second, third. I know Jeremiah was given bottom of the first round love, but Malachi Fields, I think, is a guy that you could think about as an option. Elijah Surratt from Indiana, he opted out of Senior Bowl. Was hoping to see him down there, but I think smooth target. I don't think he's JJ Arcega-Whiteside like. Contested catches are his thing, but I think he's a guy that he's strong at the catch point. Another guy, Jeremy Bernard out of Alabama, had himself a solid day out there. I think he's a guy that tough, got good size. I think if you're looking for a wide receiver 3 to AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, who's also wide receiver 1. But we're looking for that wide receiver 3 type guy that you could line up all over the place. Jeremy Bernard could be an interesting piece. Jacoby Lane had a good combine. Check out our interview on YouTube. He's the guy that I was not killing, but had himself a good combine. Ran pretty fast. He's a lot of people are talking about Mekhi Lemon out of USC. His interviews were going viral. Did anyone see his interviews? I've tried to compare it to interviews for the past, but he looked like he was a WWE wrestler giving one of his hype speeches.
Wrestling speeches.
He went through a little promo, like, the eyes were not leaving the camp. Like
It was yes, it was very promo-esque. And then the one
No,
point he
it's-
put his head down like Undertaker and started looking up at the camera. I was like, what is he doing?
Is he from California though? Is he like like what the hell? He was on some NBA young boy stuff. I don't know what the hell he's thinking. Somebody in his camp got to smack him upside the head and be like, "Bro, this is business."
Reminiscent of Jalen Ramsey. You tell me. You tell
No,
me.
that was zesty.
You tell me, dog. You tell me. Go watch the interview.
Zesty.
And you know how I feel about interviews.
Yeah.
Like, go listen to the interviews, then you be like, he's a first round pick. Listen to the interview, and you're like, oh, top of the second. I don't know. Him at the catch point. Go watch the film. Obviously, we're just kidding here in some aspects, but go watch the film. The film is strong at the catch point. I'm not gonna say he's a burner out there, but I think he's up there, top 3, talk of the town right now.
I hope he's not on these one-on-one interviews doing this.
The one thing I'm going to say is the Senior Bowl. You guys had said it. I didn't take it into account. The Taylon Green. Everybody lost their mind over his combine this year. And I was so happy that I was at the Senior Bowl because the question marks on why he's not a higher draft pick, I was able to see firsthand. So it gave me a little bit more insight. So I had, like, Kincaid had touched on years past. Gail told me what to expect. I talked to Prime. Prime was like, this is in your wheelhouse. You're going to enjoy this. I did. And, dude, he knocked it out at the combine. But the stuff that are question marks, like, everybody's like, you see what he did? Fastest QB 40 ever. It's like, yeah, but his progressions are still not great. He could be the fastest guy on the field.
4.36, by the way. Doesn't anything for you?
I mean, listen. I'm gonna be honest with you again. Going back to the fact that you guys are draft geeks, and I try my hardest to catch up with y'all. But when it comes to the speed that when you guys talk about, you know, what I mean, their fastest time, I've never been a fan of that because it's just like I'm watching somebody doing what they do without all the gear that they're on the field with. And then it just comes to the point where come Sunday when I see them put that gear on, like, yeah, where was that 4 something speed that you had at the combine that everybody was like big on? Because I'm not seeing that. You're not keeping up with the goddamn wide receivers. You're being left behind, or you know, it's just things like that. So I've never been a fan of like the numbers that get thrown out there. But I mean, I'm just going to use your son as an example, bro. You didn't go off. I didn't go off your son's speed. I went off of what you saw, what you showed me physically, what he was doing at the combine. That's what I was going off of, and that's what I like to see. Let's go back to that defensive.
Quinyon Mitchell, you talking about?
Yeah, let's just go back to the defensive player that ended up putting my offensive lineman from the Miami Hurricanes on his behind. You know what I mean? Like, it's stuff like that I like to see that really gets me impressed about some of these players. But when you start talking these numbers and all that stuff, I've just never been a fan of their timing.
Yeah, I think it's from the scouting standpoint, it's just a matter of that's checking another box for some people. Like if you see a player run a fast 40 time, like, all right, well, I know he has that speed in him. Or like if I'm looking at him as a vertical threat, well, I don't think 4.6 guys are a vertical threat by any means. I think I like Malachi feels strong at the catch point. Cool, yeah, but you're just trying to check boxes. I think when we're talking about Green, I think his athletic ability shows up, and this is a guy that also has been mocked by some of our beat writers. Jimmy Kemsky as a guy that the Eagles might be in on. He's got big size. Taylon Green, 6'6". I see him take off, and but the ball placement was kind of all over the place. We saw that at the combine as well. So obviously, it is what it is. But I think this whole draft process is a long process. The Senior Bowl starts at the Senior Bowl, the combines. We got pro days coming up. But I mean, I'll be honest. The combine isn't as a lot of players are not doing all the workouts. It's kind of like they're like, I don't need to do this.
It's all about
Like Deion
it's
Sanders.
all about when they come to the school pro days. That's what it's all about. Oh,
I mean, checking boxes is checking boxes. I think I think the next step in the process that a lot of people don't really speak to is the interviews. Some of the interviews before we got out of here, the Eagles had a informal meeting with Deion Burks. He's a 5 foot, 188-pound wide receiver out of Oklahoma. The Eagles also had a interview with Brennan Thompson from Mississippi State. That was reported by Simone. Chase Senior actually is the one. Senior reported the one about Deion Burks. So tight end position, the one we've been talking about half the podcast. Oscar Delp, Georgia, had a formal meeting with the Eagles. That was from Zach Berman. Jack Endries, Texas, had a formal meeting with the Eagles. That's from Chase Senior. Justin Jolie, who we talked about a lot on this podcast already. We had an interview with him at the Senior Bowl. It's up. Shout out to his mom, who just commented on the interview. If I read that to you, she said, "Good job, Sunshine." So I guess that's his nickname. So shout out to Mama Jolie. But he's got a meeting scheduled with the Eagles. Max Clare, Ohio State, had a formal meeting. He's been getting a lot of second round buzz. Over probably one of the most sound overall tight ends out there. Tanner Koziel, another guy that we had an interview at the Senior Bowl. He spoke with the Eagles at the Combine and also at the Senior Bowl. He told us. Daquan Wright out of Ole Miss had a meeting with the Eagles. Moving to the defensive side of the ball. I know you're a big Penn State guy. Tim Armstrong. Zane Durant had a meeting with the Eagles. Caleb Proctor, Southeastern Louisiana, had a formal meeting. Edge players, Malachi Lawrence from UCF had a formal meeting with the Eagles. And Derek Moore, Michigan, talking about the lineman that put your offensive lineman from Miami on his back, Derek Moore. Check out Tim Armstrong's interview that he had, which is up on YouTube. He had a meeting. Linebacker, Prime's favorite position, Brian Boettcher. I butchered his last name.
You butchered the last name.
Informal meeting. That's from Chase Senior. Harold Perkins Jr. from LSU had, according to Ryan Fowler, met with the Eagles on Monday. Cornerback position, Avion Terrell had a formal meeting. That's Devin Jackson reported that. Dalen Everett, who just talked about, 4'3" guy from Georgia. He met with the Eagles during the draft process. That's from Caden Steele. Safety, Bishop Fitzgerald from USC. He's scheduled to meet with the Eagles. Shout out to Simone Staley for that one. Frank's boy, Manuel McNeil Warren from Toledo. He had a formal meeting. That's shout out to Devin Jackson for that one. And Michael Taffy from Texas also had a formal meeting. So we got some meetings. We got some some intel. Now we have to just figure out where the Eagles are going. Like I said, this draft process is we're not done. We're not finished. Job finished. My Kobe voice. Tim, I mean, Tim, any feelings about some of those meetings?
It's just interesting how they're working their way around the draft process with the meetings and what they're going to be looking at.
Position groups too.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm going around to the position group. So it looks like safety, corner, and O-line is the biggest thing.
Tight end with the most meetings so far at the Combine
as well. So like you said, I think you said it first when you said I think we're going to be double dipping when it comes to tight ends. I think they're going to try to revamp. I think they're going to try to revamp the tight end position and the DB. There's got to be some choices. You know what I'm saying? You're either good at your job or you're not. And you're auditioning for 32 teams. And so those guys that are all on the back of the end of that roster, you're auditioning too. So, you know, it is what it is.
Before we get out of here, I just want to give a shout out to the people in the comments. Shout out to y'all listening on the road on the podcast. Shout out to all the sponsors out there for holding us down all year round. Shout out to Bud Light for holding down the tailgate. Shout out to Recover 180, man. Recover 180, man. It's some good stuff. Recover 180 is the only organic sports hydration on the market, and we're excited to partner up. So y'all know Recover has 180 Recover 180 has 0 sugar added, 20 calories, 2 carbs, USADA organic coconut water. I got the super berry today. Okay, feeling pretty good about the super berry. Shout out to Svelli's Pizza for giving Evan Hearn the cheesesteak wings he's had all season. Make sure you hit those guys up. Make sure you hit up Crooked T, not only a player but a sponsor. Shout out to Crooked T and Brandon Graham. Also, shout out to DJ Lowski. Make sure you hit him out at Lowski Entertainment. Shout out to Red Bull for giving the tailgate wings. And also shout out to Francello's, man. Francello's Pizza has been amazing. If you're trying to get some good pizza, go to Francello's and hit up Eddie and the gang down there. But before we get out of here, let me hear say it with your chest. Doesn't have to be football related. It could be anything. Could be anything related. Say it with your chest. Tim, Prime, you want to start?
Oh, I'll start. I'm gonna say with my chest, if you guys haven't had the opportunity, me as a kid, I never got the chance to go see these guys, and last night was my first time. Go check out the Harlem Globetrotters. Oh my God, yo, hands down, one of the best shows I've ever seen. Shout out to Big Frank and his brother Rich for joining us yesterday. My daughter did a performance before the show, which was real cool to see. And I was very proud of her. She did an outstanding job. Shout out to all the girls that were part of that. But it was cool, man. Just being like seeing these guys, the way they moved that basketball around, and they even had a female on the squad, and then they had a little midget. They called him Hot Shot. Hilarious. Turns out that the little shit was a Cowboys fan, so I told him I would toss his ass after he has told me that. I mean, he was going fine until he mentioned that part. Frank, of course, he called him his son, and then the little guy looked up at him and was like, I'm a grown-ass man. I thought that was hilarious. But, if you guys have not ever checked out the Harlem Globetrotters, make it happen. I regret not doing it sooner, but I'm glad I was able to enjoy that yesterday. They put on a hell of a show. My stomach was just hurting from all the laughing because the MC was just putting on a performance, man. And he just kept on with the jokes, and it was great. It was a great time.
Yeah, I've done the Harlem Globetrotters. So like me going to Chuck E. Cheese, I'm have to. That's your version of Chuck E. Cheese. Like,
No,
Globetrotters is a good thing.
Oh man, I think the last time we went to Home Globetrotters, I was like, I had to be in like 3rd grade. I was like, and it was. I agree with you. It was fun. Get off my chest, man. Listen, and I think I can speak for a lot of people. This morning, I spent on the phone 4 hours trying to get my computer up and running. And when I mean it, bro. Like, I was so frustrated today to the point that I drove to Best Buy. I was so upset. I had to call Gail to vent. Okay. Calling other countries to help you with tech support is the most frustrating thing. So I was not trying to be rude today, but man, Jersey Tim came out today, man. Listen, work on your patience. Work on your patience. That's the only thing I get off my chest. But yeah.
My say it with my chest. Well, before we say it with my chest, big shout out to you. Shout out to you and your sister, man. We're we're doing trying to bring it up, man.
Yeah, and that's another thing. So thank you for everybody that donating and the proceeds to my sister. These hard times for her battle with cancer. She had a post today saying thank you to everybody, and she said it was kind of crazy. We were talking, I think it was like Monday or something. It was last Monday, and she was like, "Man, Tim, bro, like a couple months from now, I was cheering with you, go birds, living life, 32, single. Now things have really, really changed in my life, and I have cancer." But she said, "I'm not going to give up. I'm going to fight the good fight, and God is on my side." So everybody, man, seriously, like everybody that's contributed or prayers, sent me DMs thinking, praying for your sister, and I appreciate it. I know Dan Gold, my sister, appreciates it. So, Gail, thank you for sharing it every time. Really
That QR code is up there, so it's been up there the whole show. All you got to do is point your phone at it, and you can donate. Shout out to her as we're fighting along with her. But my say it with your chest is it a violation? I don't know. Obviously, I'm wearing my Philly stuff today. Shout out to True Fan Travel. We'll be going on to Arizona tomorrow.
Hey.
I'll probably be running into Tim out there. Is it a violation to wear Cleveland Guardian gear? It's obviously not.
Ooh.
It's not the same.
Ooh.
It's not. Hey, it's not the same. It's not in the National League. It's not a rival of the Phillies.
Right,
Well, you know
so
what? I'm gonna give you a pass because it's a business trip, and you are in a different state doing it. So no, I don't think you hurt. I don't think you hurting anyone's feelings. I think you all right. You go ahead and you good. You clear. You clear with me.
Is that a uniform? Am I wearing a uniform? Since I'm on a Cleveland Guardians trip,
you are on. It's a business trip for you, right? So
it's not a violation.
It's not a violation.
No, I think
it is spring training. So and a person, I live literally up the street from the damn field that you're going to. People come from all the phases of the world, and they're wearing baseball stuff. It doesn't even matter. They don't care. I go there. I take my wife and my daughter, and we go there. We wear Philly stuff, and nobody bats an eye, says anything. So yeah, I mean, it's spring training, and it's a good time. It's a good vibe. It's sunny. It's like 78 degrees, and you have a nice cold beer. And it's nice, man. So you have to, when you come, you have to try the Cincinnati chili dog. You have to try it. It is
a Cincinnati Philly dog in Arizona.
A Cincinnati Philly dog. It's they get it imported from Cincinnati. I talk to the guy. I go there every year. Shout out to my best friend Adam and Josh. Adam is from Cleveland, and he made me try it. And I go there every year with him. Now he moved back to Cleveland, so I'm gonna go take my kids.
Cincinnati chili dog on my bucket list.
Cincinnati chili dog. Please check it out, man. It's good. I don't know what they do, but it is good.
Say it with my chest. Cozy says, with my chest, I'm excited for the new coaching staff, a bunch of young creative minds in the building. And even if Manny leaves after a successful season, we have plenty of people to keep us around. Todd says, saying it with my chest, AJ Brown isn't going anywhere. Shout out to Brianna. She says, shout out to you guys for giving us another pod. Also, shout out to Todd, man. He says, I gave you a review on iTunes. I'm headed over to iTunes as we speak. Let's see here. Let's see here. I could have swore I just saw his. He says, Todd says, best Eagles podcast in all the land. Best Eagles podcast that actually talks ball. Great group of guys that welcomes all and all do great work within the Eagles community. Not to mention, they throw the best tailgate in the lots. Shout out to you. Shout out to Cozy, who also left a review. He says, these boys are like family. If I needed a coat, Gail would give me one off his back. Ev would give me all the onions I asked for. Prime always has a smile and a handshake. Tim is a gentle bear with a calm smile. Which Tim? That's my secret. Uh, shout out to Cozy. Hey, your sweatshirt is on the way. Okay. Also, shout out to Todd. I have to ask you the question. Do you want a Super Bowl trophy chain or do you want a 4th of Jawn hoodie? You let me know. But last word before we get out of there. I'll start with you, Tim. Last word before we get out of there.
Yeah. Cozy. Yo, your Snapchat, Snapchat videos, hilarious. Love seeing them. Love looking forward to them every day. Hilarious. Dirtbag Sunday. Let's go. Keep on fighting a good fight, man. Free agency is around the corner. I can't wait to explore who's going to be on this team, how it's going to do a great job. You got Joe Douglas back in the helm too. You know what I'm saying? So don't count that out. I just think these whole rumor things, man, let's take it with a grain of salt and just keep on moving. Like Prime says, he thinks it's going to happen. We're talking it, it's being for fruition. That's the way Prime is. Let's let Prime be Prime. You know what I'm saying? As long as he wears green or anybody that wears green, we're gonna root for him. We're gonna root for him hard. Stop with the negativity. You know who we're talking about. I'm not gonna say no names, but just say check on your peoples, man. Say you love them, and wake up every day and just thank God. Yeah. All right? So I appreciate y'all. Thank you for commenting and subscribing to the channel. We do this for you, man. We love it. You know what I'm saying? This is like one thing that if I'm going through a tough day, like today, I was counting all day. I'm like, I'm about to be on the pod with my boys. I'm going to talk some Eagles-ish. Can't cuss. I appreciate y'all. All right, man. Go Birds.
For Primo, last word.
Yeah, that's a tough one to follow. I mean, he pretty much did every dead topic, but yeah, for sure. 7 days away from free agency finalized on the
7 days. What?
7 days, man. Next show we probably be talking about what's going to happen, but hey, we'll see how it goes. At the end of the day, it's like Tim said, whoever's representing the green, that's who we rocking out with. It is what it is. Go Birds. Shout out to my daughter. Great job that she did yesterday. Very proud of her. Shout out to it was cool seeing both my daughters. Yesterday my oldest was with me, and you know what I mean, like you say some of the things you just said, and I'm gonna tell you right now, man, just grateful for every time I look at my kids. Like it really helps me out. It really helps me get through the hard times, man. And trust me, it's been rough for some reason. Well, with the job that I got, every last week of the month is crazy, and just seeing my kids, I do it for my kids. I tell myself that all the time. I do it for my kids. So, they play a big piece in my decision making and all that stuff. So, but yeah, like Tim said, man, check on your peeps. A lot of crazy stuff going on around here, and stupid decisions being made by, dumb leaders and everything, but we ain't gonna get into that. We'll say that one for another day. Yeah, just go Birds. Stay safe. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all.
It's hard to follow that. You guys just covered every topic. Now, shout out to everyone in the comments for sticking with us. Obviously, the off season is a long season. It's one of my favorites, but obviously, stay glued to the news. We'll be dropping a pod shortly. Obviously, this combine talk has me wanting to look into a lot of these players. We did some interviews already. Make sure you go check those out on YouTube. We're going to try and do some more talk to prospects with some of these draft prospects. See if we can get some interviews with them on a couple of podcasts. That would be cool. If there's any guys that you want us to talk to, let us know. We'll start reaching out to these players and trying to get some of these interviews. But it's always go Birds. We'll see you guys in the next one. And go Birds. Just gotta hit the button. Just gotta hit the button. Make it real weird. Just kidding.
You making it awesome.